welcome to the sports segment here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. Of course, we start with a trending story that Coach Kwesi Apiah has been sacked by the Ghana Football Association. Well, the FA announced that they have dissolved the technical teams of all national teams, which means Kwesi Apiah will no longer continue as manager of the Black Stars. Well, let's go live and speak to Nana Ajiman, sports analyst, on this decision by the GFA. Nana, a very good morning to you, and thanks so much for joining me. Does this come as a surprise to you?
Well, not really. I think
do you have Nana Ajiman on the line?
Yes, I'm on the line. If there are any surprises, it's the fact that all the technical teams have been dissolved. I think we all knew that the contract for the Ghana Black Stars was not going to be renewed. I think we were all very clear about that. And we were waiting for the news on that towards the end of the year, but nothing came. So, you know, the surprise is that every national team, and I believe it must also include the under-15s.
Yeah.
That's where the biggest surprise is, because that the under-15s has only just been put together, and coach has only recently been appointed, and we have a competition that is coming up. So that's the biggest surprise of all about it. But really, the Black Stars, we knew the love affair was over. We knew the marriage was over. It was just how was it going to end?
Yeah. And of course, you don't think that possibly maybe after everything that Kwesi Apiah did in a 3-year stay, they should have looked at that and say, yes, he's trying to build a team. He wants to get us the Africa Cup of Nations trophy, so we should give him another chance?
No, I don't think that that was an issue at all. Because I think we have to look at, we have to try and imagine what the new administration is all about and what they want to do.
Yeah.
And quite clearly, they want to give Ghana football a new start, a new beginning. And if they're going to do that, then they've got to take a holistic view about everything that is before them.
Yeah.
And they've got to consider the fact very strongly that for 4 decades we haven't won anything. And this is the second coming of the Black Stars coach. And all indications so far indicate that we still wouldn't win anything. So I think with that regard, when you isolate that, I think it was the right decision not to renew. But, you know, they're not just focusing on that. I mean, everyone is focusing on the Black Stars, but quite clearly they're focusing right across the board, male and female, and I think that's got to be the main issue.
Okay. Now, you look at the press statement they released yesterday announcing this decision. It only talked about the dissolution of the national team. They didn't mention the next action as to who takes over the Black Stars. And we know that the next assignment for the Black Stars is in March. You talk of the other teams. They don't have immediate assignment, so that can hold on. What do you suggest should be the way forward? Expatriate coach, or we should stick to our own?
Well, it's got to be a competent coach. I mean, I've always said that, yeah, I'm into, you know, having our own coach, the teams, etc. But if they're not competent enough, then they can't. So I think it's something, there's got to be a criteria for the appointment, similar to the way the licensing committee have gone about their work with regards to coaching here and the infrastructure.
Yeah.
The GFA has to have, you know, a way forward which looks at a comprehensive criteria in terms of selection for the next coach. It can be expatriate, it can be local. But what it must be competent, because we want the results.
Okay, it's good you mentioned competence. Nana, I mean, personally, if you look at the local coaches we have now, who do you suggest is competent enough to be the next Black Stars coach?
You want to push me to
of course, yes, of course.
You want to push me, it's just January the 1st. No, I mean, you know, I mean, I don't want to hazard a guess and throw names up. You know, I don't know all the qualities of all the people potentially who could be there. I think there are some opportunities there. They may not be, you know, totally up to the mark, but with support, they can get there. So I think there are a few options there And already I've heard CK's name being bantered around as the interim head coach, and that wouldn't be bad, because that would give him an experience that he needs in order to develop and to grow. So I think what we've got to do, because there's a lot of speculation going on, I think we've got to wait for the GFA. I'm a bit perturbed that the statement didn't say that much. There was nothing else after it spoke about the dissolution. But perhaps that's the way they want to play it. I think we need further and better particulars from the GFA themselves in terms of what it is they're looking at, what will be their benchmark, and how will they judge a suitable candidate. Because quite clearly from what they've done, I don't believe that we're going to be in a situation where, I know him, he's a good coach, he's a buddy of mine, he coached my local team as well, so we'll make him, assistant or head of the Ghana Black Stars. I think those days are done. I think it's now scientific. And so let's see what they come up with.
Okay. Nana, thanks so much for your time this morning. That was... to his new role. He's a lawyer with 18 years experience and a member of the Ghana Bar Association. He holds a law and economics degree from the University of Ghana, that's Lagoon, and he also holds an MBA from the Salford Business School, University of Salford in Manchester, that's in the UK, and has held various positions in football administration, including being the disciplinary committee chairman of the Greater Accra Regional IFA, also the GFA disciplinary committee chairman, member of the FA Cup committee, and a member of the GFA legal committee for many years. And away from that, Accra Heart of Folk board member Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo has defended the sacking of Coach Kim Grant after just a game in the Ghana Premier League. Now, the decision came to many as a surprise, but Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo believes they took the right decision.
A South African pilot has flown South African Airways for more than 15 years without a certificate. His mistakes, slightest mistake, was detected when he was on the flight to Germany. When they went in, they realized that the man had not got the necessary flight list. They immediately grounded him. A different person took over the plane from Germany back to Johannesburg. So when you detect the default of a professional person, it could happen in a profession, you take an action immediately. So that is what the board did. What we saw at the stadium alarmed all of us that we have to look at the problem facing the technical. Secondly, the coach. These are some of the things that compel us to take certain decisions.
So that was Accra Heart of Folk board member Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo speaking on their decision to sack Kim Grant. Well, the Premier League enters match day 2 starting from today with Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the Accra Sports Stadium to play against Lagoon City. And Lagoon Cities will be hoping to record their first win of the season after their 2-2 draw on match day 1 with Liberty Professionals. Here is their coach. Okay, before we listen to the coach of Lagoon Cities, we have the fixtures of match day 2 on your screen. So aside the Asante Kotoko Lagoon Cities game that will be played this evening, we have Interlice Bekum Chelsea, that's also happening tomorrow. And then on Sunday, Chelsea will take on Liberty Professionals with other matches. And then we'll have Techiman 11 Wonders Dreams FC. Omina Sharks will be at home to play against Karela United. And Accra Great Olympics will be at the Accra Sports Stadium to play against Aduana Stars. What a game that will be on Sunday. And then Kim Faisal hoping to record their first win of the season after their defeat to Dreams FC. Will take on Ashanti Gold at the Babara Stadium. Media Mercy will be hoping to make it back-to-back wins when they play host to Accra Heart of Folk at their compact. Remember, Hearts lost their first game, and by virtue of that, they've parted company with their coach Kim Grant, and Edward Newodum will be in charge for that game. And then Wafa, having gone away to beat Karela United, are back to the Sogakope Park to play against Ebuson Dwarfs. So I talked about the game that will be played at the Accra Sports Stadium this evening. That's the Lagoon Cities and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Lagoon City #1 fan Shatawale will perform before the game. But, of course, the manager of Lagoon City has also been speaking. Here is Goran Bayatarovich.
Yes, of course, of course. I said that we have a lot of respect toward our opponent, but anyway, we want to beat them, because I'm the sportsman, and every sportsman who goes in, every footballer who goes in the match, he wants to win. It means with respect, we know who is our opponent, and but we want to beat them exactly because of this reason, because they are so great. You understand? And we are, I think, that we are very good prepared for this. We have a lot of information, and we know the strength and and weaknesses too from the Kokoto's players. And anyway, I think it will be one very interesting match.